Yo, this is Jot Maxi from Hacktivist, and you are listening to Planet Zero from our upcoming album Hyper Dialect.
I lost my chin, cut my skin. Take your knife and stop my hand. Love your knife in. I don't want, I do not want to live in this world. Live in this world. Lost my turn, lost my chin. Take your knife and stop my hand. Take your knife. I don't want, I do not want to live. Last will let nature take this course. How long will we be around? No one is sure. Last will let nature take this course. Homeless plastic balls just end up on the shore. Homeless people on the streets, plastic balls in the sea. We call this humanity. I can't take it seriously. Homeless people on the street, plastic balls in the sea. We call this humanity. I can't take it seriously.
That takes me back to the pits straight away.
Definitely.
Like, I'm in the mosh pit.
Like even just from that clip, you didn't get the full sense of the grime vocal. There is another vocalist that sings.
Yeah.
So definitely, we'll leave the links and stuff to check it out. But you want to check it out because it's incredible. And yeah, it's one of those ones that like Andy said, it just puts you in the pit. It puts you back there, kind of front row, like whoa, like. There's so much happening around my ears, and then this is like a battle. This song, but done really well. So you can hear everything. For me, the snare completely drives this track. Like from the full song, if you took that snare away, it wouldn't be the same song.
Yeah,
so
it's big on the drums.
I just wanted to highlight. Yeah, I just wanted to highlight how important that snare is. Just the crack of it and how well it cuts through the mix. But, you know, I just want to really talk about kind of the lyrics and the message behind this song because, again, if you listen to the full thing, you'll understand more. And it's just about what the world's turning into, I think. Like, a really powerful lyric is homeless people on the streets, plastic bottles in the sea. We call this humanity. I can't take it seriously, which is like a big kind of, if you don't know what that means, then where are you living?
Yeah, totally.
But very powerful stuff. Another one is now Great Britain's hooked on Love Island, but don't want to show no love to the island. Plastic bottles get found by divers. Drastic times, we're survivors. It's just like, of course, it's all about like, you know, what the world's doing and how...
Yeah, it's going to shit, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Another one here, this is one of my favorites. Got vomit in my mouth, so I swallow it down. But I hate our destruction. We're all just sick. End of discussion. And that end of discussion line at the end is like, ooh, don't even argue with us because they're completely correct. Like, they're just
amazing
spouting the truth.
Amazing
Very good lyrics.
And
delivered well. Like, the whole song is delivered really well and arranged well. The distortion they have on the harsh vocal is tasty. It's done well.
Tasty. Like a cheeseburger, tasty. It's that tasty.
it's like a massive
like a Big
cheeseburger.
Yeah. I love the see on the vocals, Tom. I love the like variation in the vocals. So obviously, like we've listened to the full track through, and we're only playing a snippet here. But you have like screams, shouts, whispers. Like you get a sense of that chaos from the way that they are flipping up the use of their instrument, which is their voice, right? And yeah, I thought it was class. I mean, it's heavy as fuck. It's just the whole time from the fade in, because there's a slight fade in at the start, and then it just smacks your ears from start to finish. And it's got that classic like djent sound, but you're right with that little kind of rappy grime fusion in there. And I mean, I just love like the kind of the hardcore rhythm where you've got like the double kick drum and the electric guitars doing the grr, grr, grr. You know, that's just like, it always has driven me like emotionally. And I guess like when we talk about emotion, like instantly, okay, like some listeners, this will be like very out their comfort zone. You know, if they're, some of our like season 1 is very like heavy on like country, and this is like a world away from like commercial country songs, right? Yeah, totally. So, I mean, what hopefully people, even if it's not like quite into your lane of music, you cannot deny that they get the emotion spot on. So they are wanting to create that sense of chaos that they're speaking about in the lyrics. They're wanting to give you that anger, that rage that they feel about the way that shit is going down. So I just think there's definitely something that I think musically everyone should be able to appreciate in the way that it might not be your style, but you cannot deny that it hits those feelings. Totally.
Yeah, there's a definite and very clear and direct message in the lyrics, and as you said, how that they've created that chaos and chaos is maybe a harsher word. So it's a very heavy song, obviously, and if you're not used to heavy music, it can sound quite chaotic. But everything's planned, everything's arranged as Andy said. Like, listen to the kick drum that drives the guitar and the bass along with it.
Yeah,
and
it's so
music
technical.
like this, really hard to play.
Very hard.
If you're a guitarist, pick up your guitar, try and palm mute, and just do that for 3 minutes. Like, I bet your hand falls asleep after 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But awesome song, I thought. And again, you'll have to listen to the full song. We'll leave links and stuff. Sure. But it's a very powerful song, and everything's produced well. The thickness of the guitars comes through, and you've got the bite of that snare, the kind of click of the kick drum, which again helps the snare drive everything. But the snare really is like, when I listen to this mix, everything is around the snare. The snare is in the middle. Everything is built around it, which is good, to be honest, because that snare is so good. It's a good drum beat. But yeah, you guys, I mean, you'll have to go check this full song out, because it's a special one. It really is. And they're a great band. So if you haven't heard of them, another band that I supported back in the day, and they made us look like little kids. They made us look awful because they were that good.
Yeah, and you can hear it.
Yeah, they're a quality band.
Oof. What I mean,
they're all
smashing
top
that
musicians.
limiter. Smashing that limiter. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just the kind of genre as well that it is, like, just absolutely throttling the music into that compressed sound and getting that real kind of driving that thick, saturated sound, like you're saying. Yeah, I loved it. Really cool.
I mean, even the mastering of it, like, you can hear like that they're really using that limiter, whatever limiter they use. It must be exhausted.
It's probably with that genre of music, you have to have a couple of limiters, I think, to take the pressure off, like just throwing it into one limiter, like almost like serial compression.
Yeah.
You would just do like a bit on like different styles of limiters. That's what I imagine has happened. I could be wrong, obviously.
Yeah. I bet the waveform looks like this.
It does. It does. It is square.
just
There
thick.
are no dynamics. It is just thick mix. Yeah, it's so good. So good.
But yeah, awesome, you guys, and thank you for coming on, letting us play that on the show. It's honestly, I've been following them from the very start of their
get-go.
career.
Cool.
So